Hello everyone, this is Tamisa from Rhinestone Girls again. Today we're doing a hair wrap. For the purpose of the video, since I didn't have a live person, I took a small amount of synthetic hair and attached it to my jig and tied it off with a clear elastic. The first thing you'll do to your client is take a small amount of their hair and braid it into a 3-strand braid. The amount of hair you use for this braid will determine the thickness of your wrap. Now that we have our 3-strand braid, we'll feed the embroidery thread through the hole between the scalp and the top of the 3-strand braid. This will secure the wrap. Next, you'll make a number 4 with the first color that you choose to start with. Wrap the thread around the top and pull the thread from underneath up through your number 4 and gently pull the thread snug. Repeat this with your number 4 over and over. You'll need a piece of thread for each color that you choose to use. I chose 4 colors for this wrap. Each color of thread will need to be 4 times the length of the wrap. Due to my camera angle, I was a little all thumbs here, having some difficulty. I had my jig pretty far away from my body, but it got a little easier as I went on. Like I said earlier, you just want to keep doing your number 4 over and over until you get the desired length that you want for the color that you want and for the pattern that you want. You can change the colors for your wrap as often as you want. You can make them as long or short or thick that you choose. You just want to be sure that you're using the same tension all the way through your wrap. Now that I'm going to switch colors here in a bit, you're going to want to check that the top of your wrap is even and that all of the little, it'll make tiny knots. You want to make sure they're all straight. Now here, when you want to switch colors, you simply just need to pull your threads straight and simply choose a color and begin with your number 4 pattern again. There's no fancy trick to this, just simply choose a different string, and you can choose your color changes whenever you'd like for the whatever pattern again that you desire. These are quite time consuming, so if you're going to be charging these or adding them to a vendor stand as a service, you do want to make sure that you're charging according to your time. Some people charge a base fee and then by the inch. Some people just charge a basic rate. So now we've gotten down to the little extra part that we had sticking out at the top. You just want to cut that off and very carefully cover it with your little knots. Next here, we're going to add a little charm. So you just feed the current thread that you're using for your wrap through the charm, and then you just continue with your number 4 knot. That will secure the charm on there, so there's no need to make any extra knots or anything. And as you can see, the little charm is on there securely. We'll just keep continuing with the little number 4 knot. As I said, these are pretty time consuming. I did speed it up. I'm going to put another little charm here on the bottom, and then as you can see, we're just going to feed the current thread of color that we're using through the charm and just continue on with our number 4 knot to secure it on there. Now that we've gotten to the bottom of our wrap, we're just going to take the thread and just tie a simple knot, nothing fancy. I usually tie 2 or 3 knots. We'll end up covering up the knots with a cufflink charm. The cufflink charms are bendable and foldable, so it's easy to just wrap them around the wrap to cover up any loose ends. Some people like to have the knot and the string hanging. They think it looks kind of bohemian. So that's up to you or your client. So there you go. We've got our wrap. Now, one thing about the fact that we tried it on the jig is this loop at the top. You can also pre-make these at home and take them to an event, and you'll use the feed through tool that you could actually feed a piece of their hair through the loop and then leave the loop at the top of the hair and make a 3-strand braid to secure it. So then they would end up with the hair wrap and a little 3-strand braid. This will save a great deal of time at your event and help you make more sales. Here are the items that we used for this project. I will put links down below of this video. Thank you, and please like and subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video.